wherever you are, it's important for you to know and adjust accordingly. Bennifer is real.
It's official. Pew pew.
Yay!
But wait,
What?
is it?
Is it though?
I don't know.
Have we seen anything we haven't seen before?
Yes.
Okay.
Locking lips. So if you go to social media, of course, and probably by this point, you've seen the photos of Ben and Jen on a boat, yacht style.
I mean, let's be real.
Some major PDA.
You probably got an alert, like a news alert on your phone.
Yes, because
it's the most important news of the day.
Jennifer Lopez had a birthday, 52, and she tweeted the following: 5-2, what it do? And then there are 4 photos. One of her looking very sexy, another one of her looking sexy, and another one of her looking sexy. And then one of her sucking Ben Affleck's life force from his body.
It appears as though that's what's happening. Yeah.
Wonderful.
And that is the photo, I believe, that truly said they've made it official, according to tabloids. But, oh, dear Colleen Bradley show listeners, we understand.
Mm-hmm.
We know. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We have that.
This isn't like, so the story is.
We have that.
The story is it's official, but what is official exactly?
What is official is that there's a picture of them kissing that went out on. Listen, again, it is the place that we've seen it, not the thing that we've seen. Meaning, we've seen the two of them locking lips for the last month.
Yeah.
This is not new.
Yeah.
What is new about it is a professional photographer was sanctioned to post, and then they posted the picture.
This is the closest we've ever come to them acknowledging that they are in a relationship, although we all knew that they were in this relationship, which we call a publicationship. I know this gets a little hinky, but here's what this means. Publicationship.
It's a relationship for the purposes of publicity.
Celebrities they use their relationship, whatever that may be behind the scenes. It's not like we're saying they're not doing it off camera or off stage.
Right.
They very well may be.
They may not be.
They might not be. This might be all for show. Put a pin in that. But whatever their relationship is, they are using the idea of them being in a relationship for headlines. Why do celebrities often do this? Just as a reminder, I know this is, tiring.
It's okay.
We've said this 1,000 times.
I could use practice, so it's okay. They do this because maybe they've got a project to promote. Maybe it's a new album. Maybe it's a movie. Maybe it is a book. Maybe it is a business.
Or all of those
or
things.
all of the above. But they do that and they leverage the relationship because that gets them attention. What's better than one superstar together?
Two
superstars together.
And they have a history. So there's like this added, angle of... There's this added angle of like love rekindled after, 12 years or however many years it was. 17, sorry. I knew there was a 1 in there. But the exclusive that everybody was carping about over the weekend showed them kissing face, this time as told by them, but also seen by the world on after flying on a private jet to a luxury mega yacht called Valerie off Saint-Tropez. And this was all for a extravagant birthday getaway with J-Lo.
Was it just the two of them on this big Earth yacht? And their photographer their team?
It is not known who is paying for this trip. Affleck is said to be worth $150 million, while J-Lo is worth around $400 million. We don't see any individuals other than these two, but clearly there are. I don't know if they're children, but they don't like to have their children while they're being sexy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right. Being parenting.
Right. Because when they have their children, they do things like go to amusement parks and, make out with them at lunch.
Yeah.
They do that. But this is a little sexy. This is making
out at lunch. The kids
not the kids. Okay. They don't usually participate from what I've seen.
So she is leaning hard into this publicationship. We certainly know that.
Well, I would like to get our tinfoil hats out.
Yes, queen.
Yes,
because that's what we do best.
What we do best.
Frankly, everybody's like, "Oh, they're so hot and sexy."
So
hot and sexy.
No doubt you've seen. By the way, let's talk about this. There's the photos that the photographer has taken, right? That have been published on J-Lo's Instagram and social media. But then there's the fake paparazzi photos of the sanctioned photographer taking the pictures.
Yeah.
Which is a whole different, that's like next level. It's very meta. Deal with it.
Yep.
Okay. But this is not, whatever. It's not new. This is it's planned though. Because the big thing that also made a splash, no pun intended, over the weekend of the two of them on their yacht was a reenactment of that video of the two of them on a yacht. It was a music video for J-Lo. What was the song? Do you
Jenny
remember?
from the Block.
Oh, duh. Yeah. Don't be fooled by the rocks that she got on a yacht with Ben Affleck, where he's like putting his hand all over her body and there's like, he's cupping her generous bootay. They did a reenactment of that 19 years later, the two of them on a yacht. She's laying on her stomach. He's got his hand on her booty. And guess what? Their photographer is taking a picture of this moment.
Interesting.
What does it all mean? Now, I will also say, and I thought I took pictures of it. I saw it in there's a gossip account called Not Skinny But Not Fat. Is that what her name is? Anyway, she follows, she's like a gossip person who lives in New York City, and she's got a very robust social media presence. And on her Instagram story, and I thought I had taken screenshots of it and I didn't, but there was a series of photographs of things that happened when they were together the first time, like reenacted. Oh, thank God you have it.
Are you kidding me?
Thank God.
Just go to the Instagram link that I provided. It's on the right-hand column.
Wonderful.
Towards the bottom.
Yep, I see.
And
oh, look at that. There it is.
I was forwarded this Instagram post from one of our listeners. Thank you. And it's from, the account is Casey Saint something. I don't know how to pronounce that. Anyway, Instacase, I think is her handle. Now, I think, if I remember correctly, I don't know if she is friends with Busy Phillips, but Busy Phillips has a podcast, the actress Busy Phillips, and she is leaning into this theory, and I'm not sure where the theory comes from initially, but this Instacase, or Casey, let's just call her Casey.
Okay.
On her Instagram, as it was pointed out by a listener, says, and here's the caption, with all of those photos where you see side by sides of them doing something in 2002 or whatever. And then today, right? And they're doing a lot of the same things. And she says, sticking by my theory stated on episode 40 of Busy Phillips' podcast, that J-Lo and Ben Affleck, a.k.a. Bennifer Agenifer, which, by the way, love that name.
Right?
Bennifer Agenifer, a.k.a. Benjamin Lowfleck.
Okay.
That's cute.
Like that as well.
Are giving us shot-for-shot remakes of her iconic video, Jenny from the Block, for the song's, wait for it, upcoming 20th anniversary. And she goes on to say, let me explain the evidence that I've gathered so far.
Oh, I love this.
This May, Ben was seen wearing the watch that J-Lo gave him in the original video. On seeing this, her immediate instinct was they're remaking the video. She says, am I a witch? Yes. Did that mean I was right? We'll see. On June 14th, they were snapped at a dinner together by paparazzi. People focused on the fact that it was their first public kiss since rebooting. This woman says she focused on the placement of everything at the dinner, including the angle they were shooting from. And we've talked about this for years, or not years, months.
Like, it feels like years, let's be honest.
We talked about how that paparazzi photo was so staged, and it was so obvious that it was so staged. Very similar was that photo to the shots of them having dinner secretly being shot by paparazzis in the video, Jenny from the Block. So this particular individual believes that they're just recreating all these iconic moments or bits from Jenny from the Block. Wait for it. Maybe there will be like a coalescing for a video experience to celebrate the 20th anniversary of that video next year. It's 2002.
I am so here for this theory.
I love it.
I love it too. The truth is out there.
I love it. So thanks to the listener. Actually, a couple listeners have given us this tip, and so hats off to them. But like, this just proves what we've known all along, Colleen, which is we're not stupid.
Right.
We are on occasion. dumb.
But not right now.
But when it comes,
but right now we're not stupid.
But all of the times that we're like, well, it just seems like maybe this is probably. To be fair, we didn't call the video thing. But my point and our point that this was just a publicationship, that it's for publicity. It just confirms all of those things.
I think it would be prudent at this moment to just do a quick walk through their timeline.
Yeah.
Because that's the other thing I took a deep dive on this weekend.
Yeah.
Because again, you forget how fast this has all happened. Okay. So remember, it was February that we first heard the allegations that Madison LaCroix was denying an affair with A-Rod.
Yep.
Okay. So that was the first rumbling of it. We are now in July. So do the math on that.
Oh, math.
Anyone?
It's like
it's 5 months.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're 5 months in now. But that was the first allegation of cheating, not their first announcement that they had broken up. Okay. Because then it was March 12th of 2021 that we got that first leaked. It was it a Friday afternoon?
It was a Friday afternoon. I remember it very distinctly because I was not in town.
That A-Rod and J-Lo had broken up, and then they walked it back over the weekend, which was awkward.
Yeah, like our family, we're doing it for the kids.
The second announcement came in April of 2021. That is only 3 months ago.
Yeah.
3 months ago. Now, here's the other thing I want to just add in there so that it doesn't prove anything. It just adds to your suspicion about why this is happening so fast in this way. Do you remember what Ben Affleck was in headlines for in May?
Ben Affleck in May.
It's a quiz.
Headlines. Breaking up with Ana de Armas.
Holly?
He had some projects that he was doing.
No.
Oh.
In May, he was in headlines because he had reached out to that woman on that dating site.
Yes, that hot mess moment.
Yes.
Yes.
So that was in May.
Yeah.
So everybody I know you can build a case like they've already been together and they're just rekindling it. So they picked up where they left off. No,
remember that we called very quickly that history was actively being rewritten about how they came together. Because remember, all of a sudden it was like, well, turns out Ben had been sending her texts about how amazing she looked, but it was totally friendly and it wasn't sketchy at all. So, like they were trying to build this case that, this is, they've been, I don't know if this works with your theory, but
I don't really know that I have a theory. I just was sort of walking through it.
But my point is they have been trying to tell this story in a way that doesn't line up with the facts from the very beginning. And who does this remind us of? The origin story of a publicationship being completely not plausible and rewritten by the people involved.
Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas.
Thank
ding,
you.
Ding, ding, ding.
When it seems too good, because they're banking on most people, and most people are not you people listening to myTalk 1071. Most people go up to your friend groups. And for the most part, if you were like, do you struggle with the timeline of Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez rekindled romance? They're going to be like, you need help.
Right.
Right.
And by the way, help is right here on the Colleen and Bradley show.
Very true.
But for so they're just banking that the majority of people are not going to question any of that.
Right.
They're just going to be doing it's so adorable. I love. There's hope for love after all, because after 17 years, they just got back together and it's love and they're sexy and she looks. Because you know what I always hear when it comes to Jennifer Lopez?
What?
Wow. She looks amazing for 50, whatever. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's all this is a part of, right? Is just, living in a fantasy world, which most people are fine with. And we're not trying to take that away from you. We're just trying to tell you that meanwhile, we are fascinated by the sausage making process that's going on behind the scenes.
Exactly. Well, that was fun. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. That's all, folks.